Flamethrower flow, let it hit, cause that boy a chameleon. I need a million, billion, trillion tokens to buy up a house in Vermilion. I need to kill me a couple of trainers and take all they pokey, they stash in my pocket. Jesse James like I roll with Team Rocket. Giga drain on that cloud with that hot pit. I'm in a mosh pit. Huh? What? Hey, what?
Stay savage, you boys. You know, Metro, what's poppin'? Today we are back, black, better than before. Unlike your dad, I returned to the store. I actually say stay savage, stay savage. Howdy ho, how's it go? Yeah, new space, new place. You know how that be like and stuff like that. And I haven't really been keeping everybody up to date with what's really going on in my personal life, but nonetheless, hi, I'm doing very fine. We had 4 videos in a row, 4 live streams in a row where we were consistent. You know what I'm saying? I skipped a day because matters in the real world. I had to tend to, but today we are back nonetheless, this time to talk about more Boruto, which is pretty odd because, you know, I've been trying to get away from that, but nonetheless, we have a new Boruto chapter coming out November 20th, so everything kind of lines up corresponding to that, and we kind of talked about a lot of information in the previous chapter. If you guys have not checked out the previous chapter, check out chapter 51 on Viz Media. You can read it for free. You know, everybody's always asking me, hey, Cheetah, where do you read your Boruto manga? Viz Media for free. It comes out for free when it first drops, so stay up to date. That way you don't have to actually buy a subscription, and go ahead and you know, just stay up to date. Now if you want to go buy physical copies, knock yourself out. I like to buy physical copies and shit like that because that's pretty much what I like to do. That's kind of one of my pastimes. I don't know if you like to buy physical copies of manga and stuff like that, but that aside, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you go and hit that like button if you're ready for today's content, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we did talk about Naruto's final form. In Boruto Naruto Next Generation, this is supposed to be the trump card form that we see from Naruto, and we see him basically go full in, balls deep, showing Omega pure power, complete resonance with Kurama, you know what I'm saying? So we about to see some monster heat right here, you know. But aside from that, I want to talk about this specifically. And now, I know this has not been confirmed, nor has it been denied, but I will leave the title as it stands. You know, obviously in the title, we're talking about Isshiki Otsutsuki, and we're talking about his final form. Because the reason why we're talking about his final form is because if you look at every Otsutsuki individual pair, you know what I'm saying, they had some crazy good, powerful Omega form, you know what I'm saying? Some Omega form. Now, let's break it down first. So, breaking it down to the best of my abilities for you guys to understand where I'm coming from and the reason why I have the title the way it's set up, right? Alright, timeline. Boom. We know Boruto is an anime that takes place in the future of Naruto, where these celestial beings, aka aliens, come to Earth, and you know they trying to invade and harvest their chakra due to the powers of the divine tree, right? We know they're gonna use the divine tree to go ahead and absorb and harvest the chakra, right? So, right, we know about Kaguya. We never knew about Kaguya in her other form because we never seen Kaguya in her pair, right? We know all the Otsutsukis that come to the planet, they come in the pairs of 2, kind of how like the Akatsuki traveled, they carried out plans in the sections of 2s. Kind of makes sense that Black Zetsu would make them move like that, saying is he was a member of Kaguya, you know, he was a part of Kaguya, so, you know, she probably kept that tradition passed on in a 2-man cell because that's the way the Otsutsuki carried out their plans. So that's probably why we saw the Akatsuki move like that. Now, let's skip that part because, you know, that's not really detrimental to what I'm about to talk about. We can use the factor that they travel in 2s as a good focal point, but that's not really what I'm talking about. Alright, so Momoshiki, Kinshiki, they start to get close to Earth, you know what I'm saying? They threw the battle with Sasuke, you know what I'm saying? We see them stretch their legs a little bit. We see them warm up. Now, when things get very critical and Kinshiki and Momoshiki seem like they've been pushed to the edge by Sasuke and Naruto and the other 5 Kages, you see that they start to talk about this absorption shit. They talk about how, like, you guys can't pass on your power the way our clan passes on our power. We've been doing it for generations. You guys can't do it, but we can do it. You know what I'm saying? So we see Momoshiki absorb Kinshiki, right? He gets this new form. He goes straight gung-ho. We see him top up and really go head-to-head with the 5 Kage as well as Naruto and Sasuke, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's intense. You know, we see this power gap. We see this scale just go from 0 to 100, you know. Like, it was different when we first seen these forms pop up. Like, you know, we seen Momoshiki get a different form in the movie versus what we see pop up in the manga and the anime, you know what I'm saying? So we seen him absorb Kenshi and get this form, right? Now, I know this can get a little misconstrued because we do have Yorishiki, who was an original pair to the Otsutsukis, which will be Momoshiki and Kishiki, and it's pretty odd because they traveled in 3-mans instead of a 2-man team. That's why I kind of said the 2-man thing was a little bit irrelevant, but at the same token, the way the power system works in the Otsutsuki clan is the weaker person gives away their power and gets absorbed. So maybe Yorishiki knew he was going to get absorbed because he would be the weaker one out of Kishiki and Momoshiki, so that's probably why he did the scouting and hid away for a little while. But like I said, we seen him go around and harvest a whole bunch of chakra, you know, like that was something he was doing. He didn't have a partner to absorb, but he went around and he harvested a bunch of chakra, and once he consumed all of that chakra, we seen Yorishiki get a new Otsutsuki form. Now, who's to say it has to be the absorption of an Otsutsuki member exactly to take place for them to get their new forms? You know, they don't necessarily have to absorb an Otsutsuki member. That's what we're seeing, because we seen Yorishiki just absorb chakra. He took a whole bunch of chakra in, right? So he'll take all this chakra in, he still get this new form, right? So there's no Otsutsuki involved in his situationship, you know what I'm saying? In his situationship, you know what I'm saying? It's just him. It's just some chakra. It's little Naruto and it's Boruto, Sasuke, and Jiraiya. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't really got nothing he can straight up absorb and be like, hey, let me take this power. Let me use this power for my benefit. You know what I'm saying? I wish you would come step to me after I take this power. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where he didn't have to absorb somebody. He didn't have to worry about the risk of killing his partner and then getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? He just took the chakra, right? Then we gonna fast forward to people like my boy Isshiki. Right? Isshiki might be under that standard that Yorishiki falls under. He doesn't necessarily need his partner, because if we remember correctly in the beginning of this video, I said Kaguya Otsutsuki was originally his partner, you know, and her being the weaker, she was gonna be the one that got absorbed. So he actually does have another form that we have yet to witness. We have not seen Isshiki's true power. Now maybe we won't see it due to the fact that he is in a weakening state, and the reason why I say a weakened state is because, you know, he was parasited to Jigen, and he had the karma seal on Jigen, and essentially, you know, he was barely hanging on, and he was going to use Jigen's as a way to cultivate a plant, and then that way he could use the karma seal that was placed on Kawaki to basically switch into that body after he threw the body that Jigen was using to cultivate, you know what I'm saying? So that's why Boruto wasn't necessarily needed, but Jigen was forced out of the picture due to Kashin Koji being, like, you know, super cool and being an asset to the Leaf Village at the end, you know what I'm saying? Because he was made out of the cells of the boy Jiraiya, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where we seen this happen, but we didn't see it happen, if that makes sense. We saw, like, that at some point or another he was going to get a form, right? But we didn't see it happen because Kaguya was like, alright, I'm not about to get absorbed by you, even though I'm the weaker one, so I'm a dip. You know what I'm saying? We was going to possibly see this same thing take place with Jigen, Kawaki, and Isshiki being all in a circle, but, you know, like I said, Kashin Koji beat the shit out of Jigen, forced Isshiki to come out and reincarnate, and that's why the karma seal is no longer on Kawaki, right? So now, what is he going to absorb in order to become this next powerful being in the Boruto universe? Now, the big topic, the big speculation is, oh, hell with it, he's just gonna go ahead and feed Boruto to the 10 tails, that way he can cultivate the divine tree and then start harvesting his fruit and taking his power. What are you talking about, Shino? Woo! Let's be honest. We're not about to see Boruto die anytime soon. Boruto might get hurt really bad, injured really bad, and some shit like that. I couldn't speak properly. Just bear with me. But we will not see Boruto die. We will not see Boruto be used as the sacrifice for the tree. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be odd. This is going to be awkward. This is going to be extremely weird. We do know that Jigen, aka Isshiki, because he's no longer Jigen, he's Isshiki, you know what I'm saying? We know he has the ability to open up dimensions, and we also know that he has 10 tails laying dormant in another dimension that's just kind of chilling, waiting for things to go down, right? So when things really start to go down, this 10 Tails is gonna pop up in one of these chapters, and we're gonna be like, oh shit, this is why you're trying to feed Boruto to the 10 Tails, because like I said, he needs to cultivate it, and he would need an Otsutsuki. This is weird because, like I said, with Madara's case, Madara didn't necessarily need Otsutsukis because he had a whole bunch of clones of Zetsus, and if you guys didn't know, Zetsus was basically an Otsutsuki to a certain extent. So it was like he could just throw a bunch of Zetsu in it, and then hey, the plant would start cultivating itself. Kinda, sorta, not really, because Obito was still necessarily needed, but most of the Zetsus had Obito DNAs as well as the rest of Otsutsuki and shit like that. They have their own situation, they have their own scenario, they pretty much all over the place. But for Isshiki, his goal is Boruto. I've covered this a couple times to say, at some point or another, when Naruto uses this final form, it is going to push Isshiki to the break. This is gonna put Isshiki in the point where he's gonna either act rash as fuck, irrational as fuck, dumb as fuck, bashful as fuck, stupid as fuck, dumb as fuck. You get it. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, when he's pushed to that break, you know what I'm saying, we're probably gonna see Isshiki go ahead and straight up and raw absorb the 10 Tails without cultivating it, because when we see a lot of Naruto's characters pushed to these weird situations and pushed into the corner, they tend to do a lot of stuff that we wouldn't normally think they'll do, and they go to the bit of an extreme. It's like Boro, he went through the streams of trying to be barbaric even though he didn't necessarily know what was going on due to the malfunctions of his scientific ninja tools. Same thing, Delta went in a rage when she couldn't have her way, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it could either be an overload for Isshiki, and he can self-destruct, created some monster that Naruto and them have to fight that doesn't really have a consciousness, it doesn't think very well, or it can go in his favor and then he could become Isshiki 2.0, which is the same thing we seen with Yorishiki and the same thing we seen with Momoshiki. Now, Yorishiki was a little different because, like I said, he went around absorbing different people's chakra, and he had like fragments of the tail beast, so he did have a decent amount of chakra versus absorbing like a straight up Otsutsuki, you know. He did have something that was probably close to that level, if not right underneath, because I don't want to say greater, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like Kid Naruto and Boruto should not have been able to defeat Yorishiki. He's an Otsutsuki, it is what it is. Sasuke got sauced on, Jiraiya got sauced on, they provided assistance, but in the end, Boruto and Naruto came together using their little father-son Rasengan of the past in order to handle that. So like, we got Isshiki, who's gonna be this 10 times stronger being, just being and doing and, you know, screwing and just beating the shit out of them. So like, my thing personally is like, Naruto is on his last stand. Naruto is at the brink of destruction. Naruto has been pushed to the boundary that he can no longer cross, you know what I'm saying? He can't cross that because Kurama said this is the last stand, this is the last leg. At this point, what you gonna do, baby boo? Like, you know what I'm saying, baby, come through. Like, I need you like to like let me know what's gonna take place, you know what I'm saying? So like, when Naruto pushes him to that last leg, and then when Naruto gets to that last leg, that's probably when we're gonna see Boruto step up, and that's where things are gonna get critical. So that's why I want to talk to you guys about that. Do y'all really think that Isshiki is going to the second form? Like, that's what this really is. It's speculation. Do y'all think Isshiki is going to the second form? Because like I said, every Otsutsuki that we seen introduced, aside from Akagiya, you know, they didn't get a second form. Now Toneri, he was a little different because, you know, we didn't necessarily know what was going on with him, and the same thing that Hagoromo had going on, his clan was a little bit weird, with them losing their eyesight and them sacrificing 1,000 Byakugans to make the Tenseigan. So technically he was blind from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? So like, the power boost that he got in a new form he technically got came from the Tenseigan, which is when we seen him cloaked in the green, kind of like a Sage mode. So he will be the only exception outside from Kaguya not seeing the Otsutsuki get a second form. But Momoshiki, since he was introduced, he absorbed Kinjiki. Yorishiki absorbed all the chakra that he basically took from the future and the past and went around and stored up. You know, we seen him take all that and basically change into this new being. So we don't necessarily know how this is about to go, but all I know is some hands about to be thrown. Let me know your personal thoughts and personal opinions on everything I've said in this video. If you guys enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. If you guys want to see more content like this in the future, you know, like I said, subscribe. I did say daily. I'm almost daily. I'll be like, fuck you, pay me. Yeah, I'll be at work, so if I'm not up here making a video, I'm probably at work. So yeah, it be like that sometime, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to go hit that bell to cut on notifications, so when I am around, you can check it out. But with that being said, finally, my name is Shino Ventura. Stay true and stay real. And until next time, make sure you guys hit that like button. Boy!